Alright, here we go again, guys. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a little bit different. We have a collab video with double edges on the top 5 assault rifles in the game. So without further ado, I'm gonna let him kind of introduce himself, and we're gonna get right on to this video. So
what's going on, guys? It's Double Edges. I'm a two-thumb player in Call of Duty Mobile, and pretty much just recently started making some videos too, and drew through one of my videos here. So yeah, this is going to be a comparison of the top 5 assault rifles, me and his. So I'll let you take this off, man.
all right, so I'm gonna get into it with my number 5. First up, I got the AK-117. I put it up on the screen as a number 5 weapon. So I just picked the AK-117 because I think it's the most balanced gun in the game in terms of recoil, in terms of fire rate, in terms of stability, in terms of movement. And I think everybody could just come right in and use AK-117. You don't have to aim very well. And I think it's very, very what we call noob friendly. So that's why I use it, because I'm still a noob, and I'm gonna stick with that. So what you got for your number 5?
I've got the AS-10 as my 5.
The ASM-10.
Which is pretty much on the opposite spectrum of the AK-117. It's not very balanced at all. But I started using it in the last season when I got the huge buff, and pretty much everyone was at the time, and I loved it. And then they kind of did that secret nerf to it. I started using it less, but I still would place it at my top 5 at number 5 on the list. I think the damage is good. I feel like it's probably better at the long range, but you got to hit that first spray. You definitely got to be accurate with it, or you're gonna hurt.
I do agree with that. You do have to be on point with it to get it to work for you in your favor, for sure. All right, number 5's down. All right, let's hop right on into number 4. So number 4, if I scroll on down right here, I got the Man of War for my number 4. Now, I didn't really like the Man of War at first. When I first got it and I first started using it, it was okay. I feel like the recoil was kind of wonky. It was too random for me. But I used it a little bit more, and I was like, man, this ain't too bad. It's still kind of hit or miss for me sometimes, but whenever you locked in the zone, you can spray people down with the Man of War. But it's I feel like I'm moving kind of slow when I use it, so I really don't like to use it a whole lot. But at the same time, if you're looking for something to solo push and you're trying to go strong in matchups, especially like objective based games and stuff like that, like domination, hardpoint, is very, very useful in those situations. Get behind a shield or something like that, man, you can spray for a minute. So, all right, what you got?
All right, for my number 4, I got the LK24.
The LK24.
I know, and I know you just had that video come out, man. I know this is probably top 2 here. Yeah, so actually the Man of War was a tie, or it was a close runner-up to my number 5. And it just didn't pass it for me to be in my top 5 list. But anyway, the LK24, I didn't use it a whole lot when it first came out because it didn't really compete well in ranked. And recently, I've been using it a lot more. And honestly, I was going to have the ICR above this. But because of the damage from the LK, I definitely going to have it in my top 5. But it is number 4 for me. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely useful, and I do pull it out and use it match. So sorry, I know this is probably going to be your top.
Hey, I understand. You wait till you see what I got number 1 though. You wait till you see. All right. Okay. Number 3, I got the BK-57. Now,
Oh my goodness.
the BK-57. Wait, if I can find this thing on this screen, Carmo, please fix your layout, how you got these guns and stuff, because it take forever for me to find something sometimes. But okay, here we go right here. BK-57. Now, the BK-57 and my LK-24 are very, very close for me. Now, I had one of my subs tell me about the BK57. All this about the BK57. And I don't know when it got buffs, but it seemed like every season they just keep throwing little bitty buffs at the BK57. Like it just they keep building up. I wouldn't be surprised if we got one more, but I guess too many people talking about it. I don't see any more buffs coming for the BK57. Maybe for my AK-47, they need to buff that one more time. But that's neither here nor there. The BK-57, the next three to me are the most versatile guns that you can use. Maybe not my number one. You're gonna be surprised when you see that one, but at least these next tops two, in terms of just damage, accuracy, and stuff like that, these are the most versatile. You can use them in any game mode, search, hardpoint, it don't matter, TDM, whenever they bring back free fall, all of that. It's just very, very versatile. So what you got? I'm ready to see this here. What you got?
All right, so my number 3, I've got the AK-117.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yep. Like you said, it's probably the most well-balanced assault rifle in the game. When I feel like I'm struggling in a match and I'm losing, doing well, I always pull this gun out because I feel like I get back in a rhythm, get back on track with it. It's carried me through a lot of matches. I haven't used it a ton recently, but I mean, it's a laser, man. It's accurate and it's got a nice fire rate. Definitely gonna be at number. I can't believe you got the BK. No.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said I can't believe you got the BK-57 at number 3.
Oh, hey, I really just started using it and stuff, but I gotta maybe season 7. maybe season 7. We might have to come back and do an updated version next season. But all right, here we go. Number two, none other than my new favorite. Now it ain't number 1, but my new favorite, the LK-24.
There it is.
Man, y'all seen, a few of y'all seen the video. If you have not seen that video, go check it out. I'll leave it in the link in the description. But the LK-24, in terms of, just like I said about the BK, the only thing to me that makes this a little bit different and a little bit better than the BK, it feels a little bit more accurate to me in terms of hitting long range shots, hitting my mid range shots, and I feel like I move a little bit faster when I got the LK-24. Now it might just be me, but I feel like my movement is a little bit better, and I feel like the long range, mid range, and the short range accuracies are just a little bit better. Now, just like I said about the BK-57, you can use this in all game modes. You don't have to worry about, can I use it in search? Can I use it in TDM? Can I use it in hardpoint? You can use it in every single game mode and don't have to worry about any of that. So, all right, I have no idea what this number 2 gonna be. I think I know what number 1 gonna be since you said something about BK, but we gonna see. We gonna see.
All right. You got some good points there on the LK. I might have to bump it up to number 3, but it's gonna stay at number 4 for me.
I understand.
But for number 2, I've got the AK-47. AK-47 for number 2. Now, this gun went from one that never used to be in any of my loadouts to now I'm using it every other match. Because, like you said, it got a recent buff, and I just feel like it's more accurate. I can control the recoil a lot more better. I don't know. It's pretty clutch for me. I win a lot more firefights with it than I. I don't know. It feels a lot more different with the dates, and it's coming for second.
Man, a lot of my subs will be mad at me because I used to preach the AK-47 strong. Now we had an honorable mention. It sure will be in that honorable mention because I still do love the AK-47. It's still one of my favorite guns, probably top 2. Between that, the LK-47 and the AK-40, LK-47, the LK-24 and the AK-47. These are probably my favorite 2 guns in the game. My favorite is probably still the AK, but in terms of just being overall, I feel like The AK, you do have to. I feel like you just have to be real precise in your aiming with that AK-47. Now, it's to me potentially the best gun in the game. If you just locked in aimbot style, you probably gonna win most of your gunfights. So I do agree with that. Yeah, you on point on that one. So, all right, my number one.
All right, let's hear it.
My number one. You ain't gonna believe this one. You is not gonna believe this one.
Try me.
You ain't gonna believe. I got the ASM-10 as my number one.
What?
ASM-10 as my number one gun in the season
Are you
6.
living in the past?
Not even close. ASM-10.
Wow.
Even when I was using my LK, I was like, man, let me go from my LK to the ASM-10. I still, maybe I am living past just a little bit, but I still was lasering people with that ASM-10. To me, it's still a little bit better at long range than the LK, just by a little bit. It's still not as fast, not as versatile as the BK or the LK in terms of movement and stuff like that, but I do still feel like the damage puts it over the top over the last two that I said, just on that alone, because the LK and the BK-57, even though they're good, even though they're real balanced and real versatile at the same time, if your aim is on point with the ASM-10, it's a little bit less punishing than the AK-47, because the AK-47 fire rate I don't think is as good. Let me look. I don't think it's as good. Okay. Accuracy, damage, fire rate. Oh, it's about the same. They say the same right here on the comparison chart. To me, it feels a little bit slower, but to me, the ASM-10 is still the best gun in the game right now.
Wow.
I already know what's coming. I'm gonna sit back.
All right.
I already know what's coming.
My number one gun in the game, assault rifle, would be the M4. I'm just kidding.
The M4 for the win.
No, my number one, you probably know, is the BK-57. Honestly, I don't think I unlocked this gun, and I never even used it until last season. So I don't know how it's probably been out since the beginning. I don't even know what season it was released or what rank you had to be to unlock it or whatever, but I never used it until last season. I tried it out, one of my loadouts, and I was like, man, this thing's all right. And I started using it more and more, and it became my number one gun in ranked. I could use it S&D, domination, hardpoint, didn't matter. Any game mode, it was pretty solid for me. Obviously the damage is a little low. It's at 49. That's without the FMJ, but to me it was super easy to get used to. I feel like anyone could pick up this gun and roll with it. And then I noticed they buffed it again. So this is the golden child apparently.
They love that BK.
Yeah. I noticed that the range is the biggest thing that I noticed, the accuracy and range. It's definitely a noticeable difference. And laser people down a lot more sufficiently at range. And so, definitely my favorite rifle at the time. This is my go-to for sure.
I like that. I like the AK-47 that slid up in there. I might start by using my AK. This season, I just abandoned my AK. I'm just, that just ain't right. Man, okay.
Man, how's my number 5 gun your number?
It's crazy how this works out.
Did you even have the BK on your list? I forget.
Yeah, I had it number 3. No, wait.
Number.
Let me look. Man of War, AK-47, Man of War, Yeah, I had number 3.
Okay, all right. That I guess I can live with that.
I had number 3. It's a toss-up for me. The LK and the BK-57 to me almost like a toss-up, but I still
For
like
me,
that
the
ASMT.
LK and the ICR. Those are two almost identical guns.
I forgot that ICR was in the game for a minute. I'd seen it on there the other day. I haven't used this in a minute, and I used to use it all the time on console, but not as much on mobile. But
I was pulling it out yesterday, and it was actually pretty surprising. But I think the damage from the LK tops it just enough where it's not going to be there.
Gotcha. So we 15 minutes in. I didn't even realize that, but
Oh,
15 minutes. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it. Look, if y'all are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, I will link Double S's channel down in the description below, and y'all go subscribe to him as well. And if y'all want to see another one of these, maybe on some different weapons and stuff like that, let us know down in the comment section below. You got anything else you want to say to him before we head out?
thanks for having me on, man. And if you're not subscribed to him, come on, don't be part of that 95%. Let's get this going.
That's it.
It's going.
That's it. Well, y'all continue to grind and continue to shine. We'll see y'all in the next video.